Okay, today we'll do the mock interview for any rollout and support kind of project if the requirement is based on the rollout and support project. And for an SAP MM consultant, what kind of questions will come? Okay, I will ask you, you can try your best. And as per the questions and answers, I can correct you. Okay, say, for example, first of all, if you take into SAP MM, what is your comfortable area or your strength? In which area you are very comfortable in SAP MM?
In SAP MM, as per the submodules in procurement side, inventory management and invoice verification, these are submodules I am quite good in that area.
Okay. Uh, okay. For example, if you take into procurement, okay, what kind of procurements you have worked till now?
So I worked in the procurement types, purchase requisition, quotation, contract, purchase order, for creating pricing procedure, release procedure for the purchase order. In these areas I have worked.
Okay. And what is, for example, if you want to procure a consumable, means you don't want to maintain the stock. Okay, you want to procure a material, and that material you don't have to maintain any stock. It will be directly used for some purpose. It's like you can say like consumable procurement, and how the
Yeah.
process will be there in a purchase order. How do you create it?
We create a blanket purchase order for this consumable with
Mm-hmm.
account assignment category
Mm-hmm.
K we use, and we will add the item as per the giving the how much quantity we need, and
Mm-hmm.
what is the price as per that, and we won't do any good receipt for this.
Mm-hmm.
We directly just consume it.
How do you consume? Okay. Okay, see, generally for this kind of consumable materials, you can do like if you want to maintain the stock or if you want to track the goods receipt, that the business requirement we need to discuss first. Okay, when you're taking uh, that kind of requirement, what we do, for example, if they want to maintain the stock and they want to issue to the different departments, then you create a normal standard purchase order without any account assignment category. We do the goods receipt, then stock will come to warehouse, and then which department we need, we can do the goods issues. Okay, goods issue against cost center, goods issue against any admin department, any kind of different cost centers and all, we can send to them. We can issue that goods. Or else, if they don't want to maintain the stock, okay, they directly order a material for the respective cost center. Then we create a purchase order and account assignment category we give as K. Okay,
Yeah.
in K, then what will happen after you have done the goods receipt, directly stock will be consumed. There will not be any stock update will happen. You cannot see in MMBA also. As soon as you do the goods receipt, it will be directly consumed on that cost center which you have given in the purchase order. Generally, maximum companies use this process. Okay. Here there is no
Okay.
stock account, there is no stock will be updated and all. It will be directly loaded on the cost center. Okay, that is one thing.
Okay.
And for example, some companies what will they don't want GR also. Okay, then they can remove that GR and only PO with cost and with account assignment category K or any other, and directly do the invoice verification. Okay, any kind of with this
Yeah.
kind of scenarios we can map it with the consumable procurement. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the difference between intra-company STO and inter-company STO?
In intercompany STO, generally we do when the clients are located a bit far from the city.
Mm-hmm.
Means within a same country, it is in different city. We take care of this intercompany STO with the delivery process or without delivery with the delivery process.
Mm-hmm.
And in the case of intercompany STO, the depends on one country is doing the some material handling in another country with a difference between the two country. So that
Mm-hmm.
time we take care of this intercompany STO, and
See, simply making more complex. Intra-company means within company code, material is transferring from one plant to another plant. Okay,
Okay.
here only the stock will be transferred. We don't do any kind of payments and all because both plants belong to same company code. Okay, generally we won't do any billing for this. But when it comes to inter means INTER. Okay, inter
Yeah.
means company to company. Here what will happen? It's like almost a customer and vendor relationship. Once you create the PO and here after we have issued the goods and after we receive the goods, we need to create a billing invoice with VF01 and we do the payment. How we do payment to the customer. Okay,
Okay.
and how do we take from the customer and how do we pay the money to the vendor? In that relationship it will happen. That's why, because when the companies are changing, the liability will get changed. Okay, that's why we will have a payment. That is one option. Configuration wise, when you tell intra company, we create with UB document type with item category
Yeah.
U. When it comes to intercompany, we use normal NB document type without any item category.
Item category.
Yeah, these two differences are more than enough. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, for example, you are doing a service procurement. Okay, what is a cycle for service procurement cycle?
As a service, we create for service master record. Suppose if you want to go for service procurement with a service master record,
Mm-hmm.
we create first a service master record with
Mm-hmm.
the transaction AC03, and then we go to service purchase order.
Mm-hmm.
Purchase order will create with a item category D and account assignment category K. With we give the cost center and what is the item we have given in the service master record that comes in that purchase order, and after that we don't do any good receipt in this. We do directly service entry sheet with the ML81 and transaction
Mm-hmm.
where we do the our good receipt, and after that if you are doing the good receipt, then we can see the account entries in the purchase order history. In background, one material document will be generated.
Mm-hmm.
From there we can get the account entry.
Okay. See, is service master mandatory?
Service master, no. We can get service procurement without service master also. We need to do one additional configuration
Mm-hmm.
in purchasing a material master. Entry of aids without service master required. We need to assign material group to the valuation class,
Mm-hmm.
and through that and while creating the purchase order, we need to give only material text and the material group,
Mm-hmm.
and when the under service we need to assign the cost center. Through that we can do the service procurement.
No, no. See, actually, that purpose of doing that entry aids with veteran material master only to assign the valuation class to the material group. Because of that,
Yeah.
GL account will come automatically as you don't have the service master. If you have service
Okay.
master, we assign the valuation class to the service master. That's why GL account will be determined automatically. But in this case, the GL account comes from this material group. Okay, that's a service group. That is the
Okay.
purpose of that cycle. Okay, what is pipeline
Okay. Okay.
procurement?
Pipeline procurement
Okay.
is one of the special procurement.
Mm-hmm.
uh, I do not know, sir,
Okay,
actually.
see, pipeline procurement, very few companies, and it's like a very small requirement generally for the materials like water pipeline and even
Hmm.
power supply or gas pipeline, anything. If it is available as per the usage, we payment to the vendor. Okay, it is kind of a consignment. Only difference is like in pipeline procurement, we don't have to create any purchase order. Okay, the process will start with 201P. Okay, it's a 201P, and
Okay.
first we do the goods issue from pipeline. First of all, you have to create a material,
Hello.
pipeline material. See, pipeline procurement, we have mainly for the process of, first of all, you have to create a pipeline material. In that pipeline material, we have a
Yeah.
standard material type called PIPE, the pipeline material we need to create. And we don't maintain any stock, we don't do any goods receipt and all, right? That's why how much quantity you have used, that much quantity we have to do the goods issue with 201P. The movement type is 201 and the special stock indicator P. Once we do the goods issue for example 100 liters, we have done the goods issue, then immediately we need to do the settlement, MRKO, how we do the
Yeah.
settlement for consignment. In the same way we do the settlement for pipeline settlement for that 100 quantity. After that we do the payment. Means here only three steps will be there. One is the goods issue with 201P and the settlement with MRKO and then payment. This is about the pipeline procurement.
Okay.
It looks like a consignment, but only in case of consignment, we do the PO and we do the what you call uh, goods receipt with 101K, all
Good
those
receipt.
things we
Yeah.
do
Not
that.
1K.
But here,
Transfer posting. Yeah.
yeah, but here we do the directly with 201P, and we need to maintain that what you call material master with pipe and info record and all are, we have to maintain it. That comes under the master data.
Okay.
That is about the pipe. Okay. Okay, if it is, what is a rollout project? For example, what are the main activities in a rollout project?
Rollout project activities, say, suppose if there is one in a company code, there's a 10 plant is there are 6 plant is there for SAP which is implemented, and for the new plant, suppose say 4 new plant has been is there, and which has to be the SAP must be there for that. So we need not to do any implementation. We just copy our SAP to our 4 plant just for rollout.
Mm-hmm.
And what is do actually, we don't do any client specific settings in our rollout project, which
Mm-hmm.
is been already done in implementation.
Mm-hmm.
We do the some specific settings like for the new plant, defining new plant and assigning plant to company code, assigning plant to purchase organization, some plant parameter changes in our inventory management,
Mm-hmm.
and these all few settings are as per our suppose business requirement. As a client side, we do some new release group and new release strategy, and suppose the valuation area will be our plant, so we'll assign a valuation grouping code to valuation area as
Mm-hmm.
per our business requirement. These
Mm-hmm.
are the activities we do.
Okay. Do you need to create any new material types or vendor account groups?
As per our business requirement we can do, but need not to create.
Okay, if they want to go with the same material types and same vendor groups, we don't have to create. If they want to have any new, then we need to create it.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the main difference between implementation and rollout?
The implementation we can do for the new company code for implementing a SAP, but for this rollout, in the case within a same company code, we can roll out for our exist for the existing plan. We can roll out for our new plan.
Yeah. See, in case of implementation, we need to understand the business processes, we need to understand the RAGIS
Yeah,
processes, and we need to prepare a to-be process like we business blueprint
pre-process,
document, and we have to what you call prepare the KDS documents for material
KDS
types,
document,
purchasing
material
document
type
types, number ranges,
for
material
the
codes,
configuration.
all
Yeah,
those things we have to do. In case of rollout, maximum things can is not required. Maximum things are not required. We can directly go with the plant specific things and all because you are doing the rolled out for the new plants. Same material
yeah,
types, same purchasing document types, everything can be used. If they want to create any specific document types, if they are asking for the new plants, then only we need to create the new ones. If you understand the difference between this implementation and rollout, it will be better for you to face an implementation project also. Okay,
yeah.
and the same in a rollout also you will have the cutover. In rollout also, like implementation, you will have the cutover data and cutover period and
Cutover
uploading
period.
of the
Yeah,
master data, uploading of the transaction data before go live. All these activities are common in case of both
mm.
implementation and rollout project. Okay,
Yeah.
what is meant by
Here we do separate.
yeah, what is meant by hypercare? Have you heard the word of hypercare?
It happens during our go live time.
Mm-hmm.
During when we finish the final preparation of the implementation, when we go for go live,
Mm-hmm.
though it becomes an hyper period for 1 2 months. We go for testing all the scenarios
No, no, no
to get
scenarios. See, actually, hypercare means like a one baby born immediately. That initial days we can call it as a hypercare. In the same way, you have done the go live on 1st of June. Okay, that hypercare period depends on the size of the project, depends on the volume of the number of users. They decide 1.5 month or 2 months or 1 month as a hypercare period. In this hypercare period, what will happen? Maximum sensitive issues, small issues, user related mistake kind of issues, many issues will come in the first 1 to 2 months. Many things are very small, but number of issues are more. Okay, because first they are using in the production, many users will get fear and they do some mistakes. Otherwise, because of fear, they have a lot of queries do to run any transaction, because till now they have run the transactions in quality during training and all. But it's the first time production,
yeah,
they will fear and they will ask many queries and they will do many mistakes unknowingly, some data errors, some data input errors, manual errors, many kind of issues will be done. That's why that 1 to 2 months we call it as a hypercare, because we have to spend more time, we have to guide users and we have to guide core team members, and core team members have to guide users. Okay, because number of issues are more and we have to guide them to prevent those kind of small issues. That's why that
yeah.
1 month or 2 months, that hypercare period will be decided by the team, the management, and our team people and all, because how many users are available. According to that, we can decide. It can be 1 month, it can be 2 months also. Okay. After that
Okay, okay,
hypercare period, we will get the issues, but reasonably some better issues will come. Not small kind of issues will be there. Okay.
okay.
Okay. See, as a support consultant, what are your key roles?
Uh, okay.
Okay. See, as a support consultant, what are the key roles? For example, the main role will be we can segregate. You're in a support consultant. Okay.
Okay,
One of the consultants in your team of 3 people or 4 people, or else 2 people or 6 people, whatever your team size in a support consultant. The first importance, we can call it as a first responsibility, is we will get the tickets from the users. We need to understand and give a better solution. Okay, that is the
okay,
main activity or main responsibility of a support consultant. But during this process, what kind of things you have to know? When you are entering in a support project for the first time, they will have some KT documents. Okay, the KT documents of each implementation team was given. Okay, you have to understand all the processes which are mapped in your system for which you are going to give the support. how many users are available, how many countries it is available, okay, what kind of processes they have defined, what kind of developments they have done. Okay, you have to go through that KT documents to understand the complete flow, and also the responsibility, like what are the areas you have to focus more. This company has implemented what kind of scenarios, because you have to go through, and if you have a command, then when you're getting issue you can easily analyze and give the proper solution. That is the first thing. You have to understand the business processes which are mapped in your system for which you are going to give the support. As soon as you get a ticket, you don't hurry to give the answer, give the solution. What we have to do, we have to understand the require why, what kind of issue, and why he has raised. Is it a understanding mismatch, or else it's a, really there is an issue in the configuration, or else there is an issue in the master data. You have to analyze. Okay, that is the analytical things, and understanding the processes before entering to the project. And communication, the communication with user is very important, because if you take 10 users, 2 3 users are having very good knowledge, 4 5 users are having less knowledge. You cannot apply same formula on all the people. Okay, as per the
Yeah.
user and as per the his way of communication, way of understanding, you have to understand his level of knowledge, and then we have to provide the better solution, and also we have to explain in a way according to his level. Means communication, conversation with the user, understanding about the requirement, providing a proper solution, patience, because users will ask very stupid questions, maybe because of their what you call too much domain experience and less SAP knowledge, or else they have very less SAP experience, because users also will have a different kind of ages and all, because finally he's our customer. That's why we have to be very patient, and we have to understand the requirement, and we need to provide the solution. These are the main activities of a support consultant. Obviously, we will have a SLA, service level agreement. According to the priority of the
Yeah.
ticket, it has to be completed within a day, within 5 days, within 10 days, like that. We have to adhere to that SLA. According to SLA, we need to provide the solution. Okay,
Yeah.
and also SLA report preparation, how many tickets are resolved, how many tickets are received, how many are resolved, how many are pending with the customer, what are the reason for that. That kind of analysis we should have, because we need to prepare the reports. Okay,
Yeah.
and if you get any kind of configuration changes, or if you can kind of new requirements, or if you get any requirements of changing the existing programs, if you get this kind of any kind of requirements, we have to handle through change request process. Means you have to
Okay.
change in development system by generating a transport request, and then it will be moved to quality, and then it will be moved to production. But in case of master data issues and user guidance and all, you can directly do in the production by what you call guiding the user. We cannot make any changes in the production, even master data or condition record, any kind of things. Okay, we have to tell user maintain condition record with MEK1, change material master purchasing view this data, like that we have to give the solution, but you cannot go and change it. Maximum companies won't give production data changes to us for consultants. Okay, we have to
Yeah.
tell users to make changes. These are the key roles of a support consultant, and the rollout and implementation. How does it happen, and what kind of developments we have. Okay, this is the process how we can understand.
No,
The,
that and all I'm thorough, sir. That's it and all I'm much thorough, but really,
along with
yeah.
this, you have to check this subcontracting release procedure, which I have not touched today, and
Yeah.
accounting entries for goods receipt and physical inventory. What kind of physical inventory procedures are available? Okay, these kind of areas also you have to brush up your knowledge to face an interview.